So a couple of days ago, I posted something on my Facebook profile and I said, your mind can never solve your problems. It is just not that smart enough. And I had a question for somebody who says, please expand on this idea, which I do with a lot of pleasure because this is really what I am all about. So our mind is a record of the past. So it can only store all the information that we put in it during our life. And if you believe in it, also previous lifetimes. So we have the stuff that we came with, our ancestor DNA and all the knowledge that comes with that. And then we have all the knowledge that we store in our mind over the lifetime, the things we study, the things we experience, how we feel, our traumas, everything that is like going on in our life, and that we experience on a day-to-day basis. But where the real knowledge is coming from is a source that is outside of us. Like we are human beings we're not human beings having an spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So where we come from, we know everything. We are infinite, divine consciousness, divine source. So if we want to solve our issues, and we want to solve them in a different way than we usually did, and you know what they say, like if you keep repeating the same things over and over again expecting a different result, that is the definition of insanity. So that's not a good idea. So if you want to tap into something that is greater than you, that's where the solutions are going to come from. So that's why meditation is so great. Why? Because you are going to lower your brainwave state. So you're going from an awake and alert brainwave state to alpha brainwave state, where you're very suggestible. That's also why they say, like, between 0 and 6, when you're in alpha brainwave state, very suggestible. All the information that you get from outside is stored in your brain, and the rest of your life is just an unfolding of what was stored in there or programmed in your mind when you were between 0 and 6. And so if you want to change your life, you need to change your subconscious mind, which is only possible by two ways. It can be by a very traumatic event. That's what usually happens. People need to bump into something. You hear all those stories, like, for example, like a near-death experience, but doesn't have to be that bad. You can have, like, God forbid, an accident or a disease, and that changes your whole life. Or you can change it by repetition. So you don't have to wait for something to happen to you. You can do it proactively. So I have a whole slew of information about that. And this is what I'm trying to bring to the world. The understanding that the free will that you have is only the idea that you want to accept. You have the free will to accept that there is a lot going on inside of you that you don't even have an idea of. All your blind spots, I promise you, you don't see the color of the apple if you're in the middle of it. You don't see if you're red or green or yellow. So it is, you can only see your blind spots by seeing what your life is that you have. And then you need to rewire it by, and the way I do it, or the way I prefer doing it, of course, meditation, but that's still like a short period of time. What I do is I listen to subliminals. I listen to reprogram my mind stuff. So that is really, that changed everything in my life. So if I say that our mind is not smart enough, I mean, we have to tap into the infinite source, like where all the information is available, and not be limited by what we can get in our own mind. Our own mind is so limited, whatever we can squeeze in our own body, so limited. We need to have a way, and if you follow me, You know, there are different ways to tap into the source where all the information is available. So if you have more questions about that, please reach out to me and let's see if I would be able maybe to give you some information on how you can solve your issues faster and more permanent. Have a wonderful day, you guys.